This is the story of three friends, Rasmika, Yash, and Pravash, who never listened to anyone. They were known for their daring spirit and adventurous hearts. One day, Rasmika suggested a strange idea. "Friends, today let's go to Jharveden Jungle. I've heard there are ancient secrets hidden there," she said with excitement. Yash, always the cautious one, hesitated. "Rasmika, this sounds a bit dangerous, but let's see where it takes us." So the three friends packed their bags, each unsure but driven by a thirst for adventure, and set off toward the mysterious Jharveden Jungle. Pravash, quiet and thoughtful, nodded along. "If we're together, nothing can stop us." As they entered the jungle, it seemed to be alive, with towering trees and a thick fog that made it feel like they were stepping into an old legend. The deeper they ventured, the colder the air became. The rain, relentless and heavy, fell from every tree, as though the weather itself was reacting to their presence. It felt like they were living a story they had once heard in their childhood, only this time they were the ones in it. The further they went, the more unsettling it became. As the night approached, the rain grew heavier. Yash, worried, said, "This rain, it doesn't seem to be stopping." Rasmika, her usual confidence shaken, whispered, "This place feels strange. We should be careful." Prava, trying to stay calm, muttered, "Maybe we should turn back, but we've come so far." And just as they spoke, the jungle seemed to grow darker, the creatures lurking in the shadows rustling and watching them. Suddenly, there was a strange light in the distance, followed by a terrifying roar. The jungle itself seemed to growl with menace. Yash's voice trembled. "What was that? Did you hear it?" Pravash, though clearly shaken, tried to remain brave. "We're too far in to turn back now." The next morning, despite the rain's persistence, they continued their journey. They came across ancient ruins, walls covered in dust and time-worn ashes from the rain. Pravash examined them carefully, saying, "This place, it holds secrets. I can feel it." They stumbled upon an old stone statue, its weathered form telling the story of a forgotten civilization. Rasmika, awestruck, whispered, "This looks like the remains of an ancient tribe." But before they could explore further, another terrifying noise pierced the silence. It was close, too close. Yash's voice was a low whisper. "We need to leave. This is not safe." Rasmika, her heart racing, asked, "What should we do now?" Yash tried to reassure her. "We can't leave now. We came for something more than just an adventure. We have to understand what this jungle holds, or we may never get out." Their journey took them to a cave, a dark and foreboding place. As they entered, the ground trembled beneath their feet. The creature they had heard so many stories about appeared, towering over them, its eyes glowing in the darkness. The creature's voice was deep, resonating with anger and power. "Who dares to enter my jungle? Who gave you permission?" Pravash, trembling, fell to her knees, pleading, "Please forgive us. We came here for adventure. We meant no harm. Let us go and we will leave right away." The creature let out a menacing laugh. "You think you can leave? No one who enters this jungle ever leaves alive." Pravash, summoning every ounce of courage, spoke up. "We don't want trouble. Please, let us go. We won't return." The creature's laughter was chilling. "Escape? This is my jungle. You will never leave." But in that moment, Yash gave a quick signal to Rasmika and Prava. They quickly put their plan into action. Using nearby vines and strength, they bound the creature's leg to a tree. The creature roared in fury, but their combined efforts kept it trapped. "Hurry!" Pravash shouted, his voice panicked. "If we don't act fast, it will break free." With the creature trapped, they bolted through the jungle, running as fast as they could. They dodged trees, jumped over fallen logs, and pushed through thick fog until they saw the glistening waterfall in the distance. "We need to get ahead of it," Yash urged, breathless. "This is our only chance." Rasmika, shouting over the roar of the jungle, pointed towards the waterfall. "We have to jump. There's no other way." Without looking back, they leapt into the cold, crashing water. The force of the current was overwhelming, but they had no choice. The only way out was through the water, or they would be caught. Fighting against the current, they finally reached the shore, cold but alive. Exhausted and terrified, they knew they had faced the most dangerous part of the jungle. It took hours, but they finally made it back to the village, their hearts filled with relief. Their faces lit up with joy as they stood in front of their homes. Yash turned to his friends and said, "We did it. We conquered the jungle together. We faced our fears and survived. We'll never go back, and we'll always stick together, no matter what happens next." Their laughter echoed in the village, their bond stronger than ever as they left the haunting secrets of Jharveden Jungle behind.